we should discuss vessels. And we should see a few words about type of receptors in the vessels. We know that vessels, almost all vessels in the human body, innervated by sympathetic nervous system. And sympathetic nervous system produces fibers, yeah, or nerves of sympathetic nervous system. They produce kind of this ampullae and release norepinephrine. So norepinephrine responsible for maintaining vessel tone. Norepinephrine. Also, we have smooth muscles in the vessels, right? And we have endothelial cells. And endothelial cells play a very important role in vascular function. So, what kind of receptors we have in the vessels? And of course, we're talking about smooth muscles. We have, first, M3 type of cholinergic receptors. We have alpha-1 adrenergic receptors, and activation of M3 receptors, activation of alpha-1 adrenergic receptors causes contraction of smooth muscle cells by similar mechanism. Also, we just see that we have angiotensin II, and angiotensin II causes vasoconstriction. So we have AT type 1 receptors for angiotensin II. Also, we have hormone that called vasopressin, right? Vasopressin, and we have V1 receptors. V1 receptors, type 1 receptors to vasopressin, they also link it with IP3 and diacylglycerol cascade, and also cause contraction. Stimulation of these receptors causes contraction. But also we have beta 2 receptors, beta 2, and we have D1 receptors. Stimulation or activation of beta 2 receptors and D1 receptors causes relaxation. A lot of beta 2 adrenergic receptors present in skeletal muscles, and in case of fight and flight response, in case of stress, we have a relaxation of skeletal muscle vessels, and more blood is coming to them. But what is important? To understand that endothelial cells, they have not innervated M3 receptors. Excitation of these not innervated M3 receptors related to inositol triphosphate diacylglycerol cascade, yeah, causes releasing of calcium. Calcium stimulates activity of endothelial NO synthase. Endothelial NO synthase, and endothelial NO synthase produces nitrous oxide molecules, by conversion of arginine to citrulline. And this nitrous oxide molecule, let's say the same pathway happens in another cell, right? Endothelial cells, as we have M3 receptors. So this nitrous oxide molecule diffuses into the smooth muscle cells. Diffuses from endothelial cells, it diffuses into the smooth muscle cells. And what happens in smooth muscle cells? Inside the smooth muscle cells, nitrous oxide molecule stimulates guanylyl cyclase. And in response to stimulation, guanylyl cyclase converts GTP to cGMP. And cGMP activates protein kinase G, and this causes relaxation of smooth muscles. Administration of exogenous donors of NO, like nitrates, has the similar pathway. But in this situation, nitrous oxide diffuses directly into the smooth muscle cells and causes vasodilation.